Hi, Sagittarius. I hope all is well. Just start saying all is well 25 million times a day until you believe it, Sag. And I expect that some of you, I know I am feeling the energy building. I feel it in my fingers a lot, but also, I don't know about y'all. You can let me know in the comments, but whenever there is eclipse energy, I like get physical symptoms. So you could be feeling it in your belly, in your head, because Aries rules the head. You know, you can be feeling really tired, your sleep patterns interrupted, crazy ass dreams, being moody. Yeah, all the things. But I feel like this eclipse is going to be really good for Sagittarius. So basically, it is, since the sun represents life, it is, an old life and a new life, Sag. It just is. It just is. So it's really interesting because for you, it does really feel like it may be sitting a little in the mental space. Yeah, I love it though, because underneath the deck is the Star and the Emperor. Sometimes the Emperor, it can get uber focused on, what the right thing is to do, or stubborn kind of. I always feel like the Emperor and the Hierophant very much represent, getting stuck in stubborn ideas about things, right? So with the Star, it does feel like you're having all sorts of new ideas. And that is absolutely beautiful, of course. And with the Star being Aquarius energy, I actually feel like that's really new ideas, like getting out of this, definitely, because we're moving into all this Aquarius energy, it could be very innovative ideas, definitely outside of what has always been. And I do feel this in your energy. And yes, on Saturdays we get woo. I feel like that should be like a mantra, get woo, instead of like get woke. Get woo, so get spiritual. And we love this actually, because Sagittarius, like, we can be very subject at times to complacency, but it's not what we're supposed to be. Okay, we're always supposed to be challenging the limits, because I always think of Sagittarius and Aries being in that department, although Aries is more, the action energy. Aries actually has some very, like, ideas on how things should be done, and Sagittarius is really all about expansion. Now, Pisces is about expansion too, but it's different for them. It's much slower for them, I feel like. But that's just me. So Sagittarius, I'm so grateful you're here, and especially for all your support. Keep thinking of new ways to enact some changes on the channel. But so underneath the deck was New Moon in Libra, Know You Are Loved, and Open to Infinite Possibility. I feel like there may be, because for me, like for a lot of readers, underneath the deck is what's going on in the subconscious. For me, underneath the deck is what is rising. It's like kind of starts as a spark, doesn't really have momentum yet. And so it does feel like there's going to be new relationships. I feel this, Sag. New relationships, especially as we, like, towards the end of the month, and we get rid of this Mercury retrograde. But, I feel like this is new relationships, and being open to that. And starfish spirit, be open to infinite possibility. I just feel like you're going to be more open-hearted about inviting new people into your life. And I feel like on some level there's so much happening here in terms of new things, like and it starts at the mental space, because we have to be open to not being comfortable. And so you may be opening up to different people who in the past might not have actually been the type of people you would connect with, but there seems to be a real openness here. I love it. Starfishes are magical, y'all. Magical. So, what's eclipsing out, Sag? Old ideas. I can tell you that. Like, we're seeing the hangman energy. There's a better way. This specifically is about changing the way you do things, right? You, with no place like home, it could be for a long time. And I don't know what exactly this is talking about, but the way you operate it was a way you felt comfortable doing, being, whatever. And so with the hangman energy, we're called to surrender, especially when certain things aren't working. And so you may be really doing a lot to get out of your comfort zone. For real. I mean, this is very uncomfortable energy. Maybe even realizing that, the way you've been doing things is the way you've been doing them for a long time. And it has felt comfortable to you. But now maybe it's time to not be comfortable. Not be comfortable anymore, to start doing things you don't feel comfortable with. And yay. And you're, about your new life, Sag, it's going to really seem like what you've been waiting for a long time is starting to happen. And, solutions is here. So there is success coming, and divine timing is at work here. Archangel Michael is at work, or it says Archangel Zadkiel is at work here, because there are new ways of doing things, and I feel like you're going to be doing things new. But with this energy too, we become the alchemist. It's learning how to make things work. It's, take the lead is definitely taking action towards, definitely whatever didn't work, you're taking the lesson from it, because maybe moving more into problem solving in a different way, maybe not being so much about your own way and seeing things from other points of view as well, because this has a lot to do with compromise, patience, moderation, how to meet people in the middle. So, and it's also here with Stag Spirit, take the lead. I mean, so there's definitely new ways and new solutions coming for you, and it's really interesting that this is such a healing energy for you, because you are very much transmuting energy here, and it just feels like some things that you've been waiting a long time for, you're learning how to make them work. And it's very interesting that Stag Spirit is here and the Emperor is here, because it's that energy of feeling like you have to do everything yourself too. And I feel like something about that is changing. Yeah, look, be open to change. Talk less, feel more. Clear your mind. I do feel like there's something here that's changing in terms of feeling like you have to do everything yourself. Because I feel like you might also be entertaining ideas from other people, compromising. There, maybe even forgiveness, to be honest. You know, it's a very interesting energy because you are like bringing things to completion, right? And in order to do that, there is this, just being okay with some things things didn't work that way. I'm okay with it, right? I'm okay with it. Oh, okay, Sagittarius. So there definitely is this like this being at peace with things that didn't work out, and also it just feels very much like it's more of a collaborative energy, of more of a making things work, being more patient with people, and also not needing to have what you want right now. That very much feels, especially while you're figuring out how to transmute, how to take things that seemingly aren't so great, and turn them around, right? Okay, I said what I said. Okay, Sag. So it's very interesting because you know, your old life. I feel like there is a lot happening in the mental space about how you view things, right? Because we're seeing the Ten of Cups and the Three of Wands. For some, you may be leaving home. You may be leaving the comfort of home. But it's so interesting because what your spirit guides really want to tell you about, like what's eclipsing out, is the Devil and the Hierophant. So I feel like you may be, it's like your concept of family and your concept of happiness may be changing, because what they're saying to you is that, the ideas that you've had may not have been your ideas. They were ideas instilled in you. And you may have been very chained to those ideas, and you are breaking free of that. Because the Hierophant is about tradition. It is about the patriarchy for sure. But these are traditions that are given to us. They're not necessarily our own. It's kind of the way it's always been done, right? And that has held you back, and so, if you're looking at it in terms of your ideas on family, maybe family isn't blood for you. Maybe you're recreating and moving on to a different idea, sorry y'all, of what abundance and family looks like. Because for some of us, family wasn't the answer. Sometimes our friends become family, our soul tribe, if you will. But it very much feels like, you are moving on from a concept that was instilled in you but isn't necessarily your truth. Wow, that was deep, wasn't it, Sag? So your new life, wow, look at this. So I do feel like for some, you will definitely be moving. There definitely is this sense of leaving something behind. And the Nine of Pentacles with the Eight of Cups, I feel, Sag, I feel like any particular way that you saw yourself that, is particularly when it comes to self-doubt or your own resources or confidence, there is a sense of all the self-doubt is going to be leaving. All of the you cannot succeed, story you may be have been telling yourself is over. Because you're going to only see an abundance. Only see an abundance, right? Wow. And what your spirit guides want you to know, Sag, about this is the Eight of Swords, The Six of Wands, you're definitely breaking patterns. We know that we have karmic cycles ending. There's no more doubt. There's no more I can't. You know, you are breaking free of that. And that is basically maybe a lot of the ways, maybe, you know, it's like, no, this would never work. No, I can't do this by myself. No, I can't do this. There's no more of that. Because you only see yourself as the magician. You're ending with the Magician and the Six of Wands. Like, I don't care what other people think. You're no longer doubting yourself. You're only seeing success. Only seeing success. And, if, you know, for a lot of us, that might be, you know, leaving a past narrative that others planted inside us behind. You know, if it's specifically if you had people in your life that said, no, you can't, no, you can't, this is crazy, no, you can't do this, no, you can't do this on your own, you know, that's got to go, and that is going. That is going, Sag. Okay. You know, so is this kind of, there's a big breaking free energy here. Meaning, you know, like Six of Pentacles with this Lover's card, which is the male, female, but they're showing body parts, so I have to cover it. You know, maybe everything was about relationships with you. Like you always had to do it for someone else or, you know, with someone else. That's what this eclipse is shaking the heck up for you and telling you. You're the Queen of Wands. You can do both, okay? But you can do it for yourself first. Because there's something here that needs to be brought into balance, right? And that is that this, even this feeling that you might have deep down that people always let you down, or you do so much for others, and what about your happiness? But if you don't make your happiness and what you want a priority, Seven of Wands, which is about boundaries, then it's always going to end that way, right? And that's coming to an end, Sag. It's time for your truth. You know, it's time for that. Oh boy. Sagittarius. That is really beautiful. And we've been, you know, we've been working towards calling our power back for some time. And it's not selfish, Sag. It's really not. Because ultimately, we cannot give what we should be giving to relationships if we aren't also giving to ourselves. We cannot. And maybe in the past you have felt like that's selfish, right? Nine of Cups. It's not. It's not. So let's take a look at these new relationships. New relationships, Sagittarius. New relationships for Sagittarius. Another perspective. Flip side. Yeah, you're getting a fresh perspective on relationships and happiness. We already see that, right? Oh, a great beginning. And you're looking at, like, it feels like you're looking at relationships in a whole different way. In a whole different way, which would really speak to, like, maybe, you know, like I said, connecting with people you wouldn't normally connect with, connecting with people completely different. You know, it does feel like you're really going to be getting out of your comfort zone here. So tell me about this new way of doing things. The Hangman and No Place Like Home. The Hangman and No Place Like Home. Does feel like a big starting over energy too. Ugh. Ooh. Collision. Yeah, there's something here that's happening that is very uncomfortable. What is this discomfort? Passion, because you feel let's try this again. What's this collision? Okay. Now there's collision and favorably. It's kind of like, and this is about doing things differently. That's the energy that's coming in for you. Doing things that aren't uncomfortable, and it may be causing problems with other people. Okay, it may be, but it's like, stick to your your guns, if you know the term. What is this about? Tell me more. Love. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. You're getting a totally new perspective on how maybe you have been complacent, and this definitely has to do with the comfort zone. And there's sparks here. This may be happening. I feel like you're just wanting change. Now, this could have to do with partnership, because we're seeing that is something. And why is romance here? Could be sparks flying with someone who is completely out of your comfort zone, because it does feel like that is what you're moving towards with everything. Yep, you're creating something. It could also be that there's something new that you're going after that is very much out of your comfort zone. And you have to do it now. And it might be that causes problems with other people, but you're like feeling the spark now. Okay. So solutions and stag spirit. Solutions and stag spirit. Oh boy, that's a lot. Yep. Look at this. Solutions is here, which is involving that you will have to compromise. You're feeling really good because you've figured something out. You figured out how to make something work that wasn't working. Deception, passion. Glitter, come on stage, start your shining. And I kind of feel this energy of like you weren't sure if you were deluding yourself. Right? Just, you may be also having to forgive someone who lied to you. But this really feels like you're moving towards something, particularly something successful. Creating success here. And I feel like there were times it didn't work. And you're figuring out how to make it work. Feeling very inspired, but also feeling like you don't know if maybe, it's true. You know what I mean? That feels like self-deception to me. What is this deception? Like, are you, like, is it the right time? Because timing seems to be a lot about it. And things are speeding up, right? That's stag spirit, but you may be wondering on the timing, you know, and on the solution. But I actually feel like this is something where at times it felt really good and at times it didn't. And it's been hard to kind of keep going, but they're telling you that it is really coming to be your time to shine with this. Your time to shine. So tell me about this Three of Wands. Vision. You have a new vision. Just like I said, you know, think from another angle. You're going to start seeing happiness in a new way. And that is where you're going to stop limiting yourself, because shine is reversed. It may have been instilled in you too, that like, you know, no, like other people making you feel like that you weren't limitless. And actually you are, because that's the Queen of Wands. So what is this? Eight of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, Eight of Cups. Yeah, it's kind of like, wow. Silent, be quiet and alone, believe in the light within, follow, you will eventually be great, follow great people. I just feel like there have been, you know, and you may be really learning patience from someone else, from other people, but you're definitely, you know, walking away from this energy where you don't feel like you're good enough. Like you feel like other people are better than you and that you have to dim your light in some way. That's ending, Sagittarius. What is this pattern? Tell me about the Eight of Swords, which to me is being locked in self-doubt. That you can't do something yourself. It's like that energy of be quiet, do as you're told, you know. Don't reach too high. Okay. Abnormal, because you may have been very stuck on the straight and narrow. And it feels like Spirit's like, wake up. Believing that you have to do things the way you've been told, the way you were brought up, the way they are done, is keeping you stuck. Six of Wands, it's time for you to break free of that. Yes, okay, I really love this. Well, that was a lot, wasn't it, Sag? So, this is what's happening. I hope you have the best day ever.